Welcome back to the channel. You're back with the Midwest Express. It is Monday, September 26th, and every Monday we do our earnings breakdown, so let's not waste no time and get right to it. This week, I'm going to tell you I struggled more than I have in a while. I had every app on at one time or another, it seemed like. So how we roll through the earnings is we start at the lowest and move our way to the top. So this week I caught a Shipt shop. I was sitting in the parking lot of the supermarket that it popped up for. It was only like 8 items, went in. It ended up being $18.84. So that averaged out to $18.84 for 1 hour work, although I didn't spend a whole hour doing it. Next, going up the scale, starting at the bottom and working our way up, was Uber. I made $234. I worked a total of 4 hours driving Uber and averaged out to $58.50 an hour. And you're like, wow, that's big money. Well, there was a promo this week, and Uber said that if I took 10 rides, they would give me an extra $125. So without the promo, I would have only made $109, which equaled $27.25. And one of those was a pretty good ride from the airport. So, not so great of earnings then. But, I mean, still, $27 an hour is still nothing to chump at. But a lot of ebb and flow this week. I was jumping in between all the apps, as you guys will see. Next was DoorDash. I made $241. I worked 9 hours actively, and I made $26.77. Now, I actually had the app on for 17 hours, but I had multiple apps on all the time. So this week, I'm just counting the active time that I was actually dashing and doing deliveries. But there was some downtime, and I had time otherwise. So if we looked at the whole time I had the app on, I would have made $14.17 an hour out of the 17 hours that I actually had the app on. But I might have been doing multiple deliveries while that app was on. Next was Grubhub. I had 11 hours scheduled on the block. Usually I only do Grubhub on the block because I very rarely catch great orders with Grubhub unless I'm scheduled to be driving on the block. So I made $305 in 11 hours. That averaged out to $27.72 per hour. Next was Instacart. Instacart got me last week. They offered me an incentive, and it got me going again with Instacart, and I caught a few other orders. I made $306 with Instacart. I worked a total of 13 hours, and I averaged $23.53 per hour. And that is cherry picking, guys. Very selective cherry picking with Instacart. Next was Spark. Spark was my top performer this week. I made $487. I worked 18 hours. And that averaged out to $27.05 per hour. And that was with incentives involved. Not a lot of big ones, but there were small ones where you would get like $45 if you did, I think it was 9 deliveries. So an extra $5 per delivery. So with Spark, my threshold for orders is typically $19 an hour, or $19. And the reason why I do that, guys, is the way I look at it is that's the bare minimum I need to make to kind of feel like I'm working in a positive mode. If it's under $19, because I know with Spark, I'm probably only going to get 1 delivery per hour. So I try to keep that above $19 as a minimum. And so this week total, I worked 56 hours. I made $1,590. That equals out to $28.39 per hour. And a big part of that is because of the rally from the Uber incentive that was out there. But this is also pre-fuel and pre-vehicle expenditure. So this week, I drove a total of 813 miles. I drove a lot more this week because I did rideshare as well. Probably about 300 miles more than I normally do without doing rideshare. So My vehicle is a hybrid. It's a van, Toyota Sienna. It averages 38.5 miles to the gallon. This week in Wisconsin, gas is $3.50 per gallon, which is back up almost 9 cents. I think Russia's been doing a lot of, they called up their reservists and everything, so people are thinking, oh, this is going to even affect the fuel markets in the world more, so gas is kind of bouncing back up a little bit. I used 22 gallons of fuel. So this week in fuel, I spent $77. In vehicle depreciation this week, it was $122. So after all my expenses of fuel and vehicle depreciation, I made $1,391. And that equals out to $24.83 per hour after expenses. So it wasn't a bad week. It was actually a pretty good week. I got sucked into some vortexes with actually Spark. I think I spent a lot more time trying to make Spark work this week, and it was just very slow. There was lots of downtime during that time. So I could have done better if, you know, there was more orders out there that were worthwhile. I did a lot of passing by. I think my acceptance rate is down to like 20-something% right now. So, but oh well, I don't care about that anyways. For my market, acceptance rate is nice, but you can't be taking lowball offers. And I have so many stores that if I accepted, you know, 60% of my orders, I wouldn't be making any money. I'd be working for free almost. So hope this, guys, is helpful to you. I just passed the 1,000 subscriber threshold, which is really cool. I want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribed to the channel. I hope you guys are getting value from this. This channel really isn't about me. It's just about gig life and benefits and features out there, so you guys kind of see what's going on and how it can benefit you, and also some of the pitfalls, hopefully. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and we'll hit you on the next one.